Hey guys, 91 Extreme RT here with a little video on a Rogue DPS spec for patch 1.11. Now, to start off with, you are going to go 51 Marksman, 15 Ranger. The points in Ranger are going to be 5 in Eagle Eye, 5 in Wilderness Training, 1 in Predatory Instincts, and 4 in Killing Focus. Now, for the Marksman tree, the main ones you're going to want to do, fill out the bottom here, and get Full Metal Jacket, fill up the entire left side here, and then starting at close quarters combat, fill it up all the way to the top. After that, it's up to you what you want to do. Oh yeah, you're going to want to put one into Bullseye also now. You can either put a point into Strafe, or you can put a point into Decoy, or any of those. So basically, once you got this filled up, the bottom filled up, this one, and from here up filled up, and headshot, just kind of pick what you want. It's really personal preference. I personally prefer Decoy because Decoy, I ran it on my ACT parser a bunch of times, and the Decoy, when it's up for those 15 seconds, does about 700-800 DPS while it's up. So over the 15 seconds that it's up, it'll do approximately 33 to 35,000 DPS. So for the 1 second it takes you to cast it, the one global cooldown it costs you, it's definitely worth using, because I can guarantee you won't hit 35,000 damage in 1 second with any other ability. So it's worth having to me. So, and for your 0 point, you can either go Rift Stalker, or if you're doing PvP, I've tried this, it works really well. Go with Motive of Bravery. Go 0 point Bard for Motive of Bravery. Just because you get the 62 AP, it allows you to kill people a little bit quicker. Alright, now for the macros. Let's go into my macros here. I gotta figure out which one it is. I got a piss load right here. Cast Decoy, Cast Decoy, Cast Empowered Shot, Cast Swift Shot. Now that's going to be your 1 vs 1 or your single target spam macro. Now your finisher, it's up here somewhere. Right here, Cast Rapid Fire Shot, Cast Bullseye, Cast Quick Reload, Cast Deadeye Shot. Now, you can cast Headshot after that too, at the end. I put that in there in case Rapid Fire Shot's on cooldown, and let's say you're running and you can't use your Deadeye because you need to cast it. You can always use your Headshot, which is always really nice because it's just extra damage. It allows you to do a finisher while you can't use any of the other ones, so it's nice to have in there. Your ranged AoE is going to be Cast Lightning Fury, Cast Fan Out. I mean, the AoE kind of really fucking sucks. So, I mean, yeah, you can go put points into Strafe and shit, but personally, single target's where it's at for me. That's what I concentrate on. Now, with this spec, I do about 4,000 DPS sustained. It kind of varies, though, I guess, depending on what Bard buffs are and what buffs you got up, if you got Whetstones up, if you got Potions up, if you got food ups, shit like that, so. But yeah, crit's pretty good, crit's pretty high, so, I mean, it's very, very sustained DPS. This is the easiest spec that I have actually come up with, and in raid I do about 5k DPS, which is shitty compared to the other classes, but you know, with the 1.11 patch, Rogue's kind of got the fucking, you know, banhammer on the ball sack, so, or the nerf bat to the balls, I should say. But yeah, I do about 5k DPS, and for those of you wondering what my gear is, I got the Reaper's Howling Visage, whatever it's called, from Alpha and PF, and I got ID Relic shoulders, ID Relic gloves, belt, and boots, and I got the ID set chest and legs. I got the ID sword, I got the crafted axe, PvP rank 50 bow. I got the Criterion's Medallion because I couldn't find a better one that has more attack power. Actually, let me put my DPS shit back on. My Marksman Crystal and well, I have to get out of combat first to put that shit on. Alright, there we go. I have my Bard Crystal on. Conquest Trinket, and I got 2 ID rings, seal. Where's my DPS sigil? Right there, DPS sigil. Maxed out. So, yeah, I have a lot of really fucking good gear. My attack power, base attack power right now is at 1683, so it's pretty high. They completely fucked with the crit, and it's all screwed up now. I'm at 30.55%, which is a lot better than most people, I guess. But yeah, full ID geared rogue here, and with this spec, it's really easy to do. There, you don't have to stare at your goddamn, you know, target portrait the entire time and watch timers and cooldowns and shit. You can actually pay attention to mechanics, and it holds up there in DPS. So, I do out DPS a couple of the mages in the guild, but they're still getting used to their, new shit too. So, but yeah, for those of you that want an easy spec to play and something that doesn't require 5 million buttons to play, the 51 Marksman, 15 Ranger spec for 1.11 is probably going to be the best bet for you. Now, you have to be really fast with timing when you start spamming your single target macro and your finisher macros, because if you screw up, not targeting, one or the other really fast, it's gonna be a DPS loss. So, but if you're on the ball, get used to the rotation, etc., and know when to spam which one at what time, you can pick up your DPS by a couple hundred. So, but yeah, so. Again, just look at the macro. Single target macro, cast decoy, cast empowered shot, cast swift shot, finisher macro, cast rapid fire shot, cast bullseye, cast quick reload, cast deadeye shot, cast headshot. The ranged AoE is going to be cast lightning fury and cast fan out. So hopefully this helps some people. There's not much I can really do with rogues getting completely fucked in this last patch. So, but I mean, this is sustained DPS in a raid situation where there's a lot of mechanics to pay attention to, and there's a lot of running to do. This by far I found out is the best spec. I tried the Blade Dancer specs and shit. Yeah, they do good DPS, but they're not viable in raids really. They're really not, unless it's a tank and spank boss. But there aren't a hell of a lot of bosses that are really like that, and there's a lot of mechanics to where you gotta move out of range and shit like that. So 51 Marksman, 15 Ranger, I'd advise using it. I use it, I love it. I out DPS all the other rogues in my guild with it. They burst higher with Blade Dancer builds, like one of the highest DPS builds, but because of mechanics and shit and them having to move and whatnot, I mean, their rotation and their timers get fucked up. So while I'm sitting there, plinking away at the boss, I maintain over a course of a raid a higher DPS. Like, I'll maintain right around 4,900 for an entire raid session, single target. So, alrighty, so that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this helps some people, and I will see you later.